Today we're going to look at something that most people walk by. This is something that I've bought and made a ton of money right behind somebody else who didn't pick it up. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to talk about another item, something else that I find fairly often that usually is missed by most people. Now, this is from a standard niche. We're talking about hold-to-the-light paper items. Now, this is a hold-to-the-light right here, and if I put my phone behind it, you can see how it lights up all over the postcard. You can see the different colors shining through and the whole works. That is what a hold to the light is. There's colored tissue paper in between two layers. One layer has holes cut in it in the shape of the stars and the lights, and then light just goes through it. Now, a lot of people miss it because they're not aware of hold to the light. HTL are the initials you'll see on eBay. HTL, hold to the light. Many people haven't a clue. And I have literally walked behind somebody that searched through a whole bunch of postcards only for me to come right behind them and pull out 3 or 4 hold to the lights from the 1904 World's Fair. Totally missed them. So there are some reasons why they're missed. They're not as noticeable. When the lights start shining through it, you may not see it. It just feels like it's embossed to anybody who doesn't know what it is. So I would say a large chunk, the vast majority of all people out there sourcing, haven't a clue on what these are. A lot of the items that I sell, no one's ever seen before in the real world, outside of my circle of friends. Now we're going to hop over and look at some values. We've made hundreds off of just an individual item because it was a hold to the light. So with hold to the light, a lot of holidays have used that technique. We're going to show you, as I said, some other items, so don't just assume it's only in postcards. There's also several different types of hold to the light. Some are more noticeable than others. Some are very hard to tell if you didn't know what was going on to begin with, which we will show you as well towards the end. Now, this is a Christmas card, Santa Claus and the whole works. Now, this one looks dark because they're intentionally trying to show you the light up parts of it. And this is supposed to be a night scene on it. When you see it in the normal light, it's totally different, and you may not notice that that's what's going on. To the common eye, to the average person, to the new person, to the person who doesn't know postcards, it's just a postcard. Maybe they'll buy it because it's Santa Claus. Maybe they'll sell it dirt cheap because they don't realize what it is. Name brands mean very little in this area because I've seen many of them without a name brand on. These types of cards have to be constructed, so you never know what you're going to find on it. The back paper's the same on a hold to the light or a normal one in many cases. It's just a thin piece of paper with the printing part on it, at least back in these days. $280 for this one here. There's ones that can go for way over this. There's other items that will go for more than this. Here's another one. Same basic structure here. It's another night scene. Most of these are night scenes because they wanted to show off what the card had. So rather interesting. This is what you want to find. They'll twinkle if you tip them from side to side. $255 for this one. Now, this is one of my favorites here. It's almost $200, as you can see. It's a blue coat, blue robe, Santa Claus, cute girls, the whole works. Very nice scene. What you'd expect to find from a Christmas card in general. Had this not been a hold to the light, maybe $75. So it's more than doubled it by being a hold to the light. Now, here's a phenomenal one here. It's got the Zeppelin in it. The image itself is pretty incredible in my book. It's just loaded. Looking at it, you should be able to see some of the hold to the light because they were almost always the same color. The reddish orange and yellow for one. So we're going to hop over and you can see all of the colors shining through. Everything that is lighted is where the holes are. There's paper behind that. In this one here, they also did some extra stuff. Some of the paper itself was specially colored to match flags and things like that. The lanterns hanging in as well. Phenomenal one here. Again, $180 on this one. Here's another one. Again, night scene with the moon. A crescent moon is a huge popular image from 1870s all the way up into the 1920s. You will see crescent moons all over the place. They're collected by people on their own. But these hold to the lights are just incredible in my book. $177 on this one. Green coat Santa Claus. Again, lots of Santa Clauses. They didn't just do Christmas. We're going to look at some other holidays as well. Any type of postcard you could think of, they've made a form of hold to the light available. Not every single image, of course, but even city scenes and things like that, I have seen hold to the lights, where windows light up and things like that, or street lights light up. Rather interesting concept in my book. It was something different. Now, this is along the lines of some of the other ones that were thermo postcards, that if you heated them up with your hands or near a flame, an image would appear, or some that you would have to rub a pencil across for the image to show up. There's tiny embedded image into those types of paper, and then when you rub the pencil across, it exposes the image. There's many sorts like that out there. This is one of my favorites, though. It's $146 in US currency. This is from England. For those in England, they're all over the place. Tuck's made a bunch of these. Raphael Tuck, major British company. I believe they were printers to the King and Queen of England at one point. Excellent printing quality. I don't know if this is one of them, but you will find them in England quite often. Now, this is one of my favorite Santa Clauses of this sort. I just love the whimsicalness of this. $134. It's a very, very wonderful one. Let's see if we can get it to blow up on the image. There you go. This one's nice either way around. The snow floating down in front of him really adds to it. By the style and look of the Santa as well, you can pretty much guarantee this is circa 1905, 1910. Now, in the beginning of the video, I talked about the 1904 World's Fair. This is one of the cards that we had picked up. Not our card here, but one of the same ones. There's a dozen or more hold to the lights from the World's Fair. There's other items, too, that are obviously hold to the lights from fairs, festivals, all sorts of different topics. This one went for $115. If you're unaware, most of the standard cards from the World's Fair, you might get 8 to say 25, 30 bucks, depending on the image, depending on the card, and depending on the manufacturer. But this is one of the top ones you will get are these hold to the lights. There's a lot of foreign hold to the lights as well. Probably more foreign hold to the lights than there are US ones. This is a rather adorable image in my opinion. I do like anthropomorphic frogs and animals. We do mess with this. I've actually created my own anthropomorphic paintings of frogs as well. I've done frogs in the past. I've got a bunch of postcards that I've done with just frogs on them throughout the time that I've been doing it. So, excellent thing here. Now, when you turn off the lights and shine some light through it, it's the moonlight with the frogs playing their instruments and Japanese lanterns behind them. This is a very fine one here either way. $110, you can't go wrong. Now, hold to the lights go way back, 1850s, 1860s, maybe even farther back from those. Now, from my research, what I found out is a lot of these were created back in the day of the magic lantern with the glass slides. They would do one color on one side and then color the image on the back of the slides in some cases. So they started to do this with other items like these here. Now, unfortunately, they didn't light these up, but you can see the colorized paper that's here behind it. So when you hold these up to the light, it looks like they're in full color. I've seen many of these before. A lot of them are French or English. French or English. There are some Germans. I have seen a few, very rare occasions, some US-made versions of these too. You can see the price, almost $100 US. Another one from England as well. And just another example, same basic principle. They're not all like this, but most of them have this odd border around them. It looks like two pieces of cardboard with some thin image paper between them, and that's basically what they are. They are fragile. They can be damaged, but you can repair them somewhat if there is an issue. Rice paper is the preferred way to repair some of these images here. As I said, it doesn't matter the holiday. There's a ton of Halloween. Halloween are fairly scarce either way you go. This is a hold to the light. You can see the window. Not the best image, but you can get the gist of what's going on here. Probably a better image. This one would have sold for much more. But when you hold it up to the light, the window shows a lady with a black cat. So almost 80 bucks on this one. Had they had a better image of this, probably would have went for more money in all honesty. Either way, it's still a nice card. It's a foreign card, very obviously. You can see by the back mark, back stamp you see up here. Still an excellent item here. Be on the lookout for these sorts of things. They do show up with regular cards. Now, sometimes I even find these at dealer booths. Dealers who should know better are still selling these as regular postcards. They flip through them really quick and just write something on the back for the prices, or they throw them in a $1 bin, a $2 bin, or whatever the case may be. I still find these all over the place. Now, there's other hold to the lights like stand-up and pop-ups. You will find pop-ups that are hold to the lights as well. Now this one's made to have light shine through. Some of the red could light up in other things as well. It doesn't just have to be single flat formed objects. I've seen die-cut manger, pop-up manger scenes from about 1910-20s made in Dresden, Germany that all lit up with stained glass as you held them up. There's some church images, there's some greeting cards that go up into even into the 30s and 40s where you hold up the face of the card and the stained glass lights up from the light shining through the card. They've done it with plastic and mylar as well on some items. This one's pretty interesting. It's a rather unique item. There's not as many collectors that collect these pop-ups because it takes space as opposed to a postcard, which can go in a book. So the prices on these are a little lower than some areas. That's something you should be aware of. It'll save you some spending too much money on something that may not sell as much. The pop-ups in general do not sell for as much as a postcard, basically, as I said, for display purposes. Many times the honeycomb down there at the bottom will be damaged. This one actually does have some damage to it. Now, you can have those repaired too. I have repaired some in the past. You have to have some matching paper and the whole works, but everything is repairable if you've got the time and energy or know who to send it to. So, rather interesting item here. And this last item here is another type of hold to the light. Now, in this version of a hold to the light, there's images actually printed on both sides of the card. Now, this is a very, very thin piece of paper. I've got many of these. And basically, when you hold it up to the light, the image printed on the back side of the card will add to the image you already have. So basically, you'll see this image with the cigar and the whole works on the face of the card. And the person on the right will have his hair on then, a cigar. You'll see the box of cigars on the table. You'll see the two miniature little men on either side of the box as well on this side of the card when you hold it up. It's printed really dark on the opposite side. It's printed oddly and in reverse, so again, when you hold it up to the light, it matches. In some cards like New Home Sewing Machine or other ones like that, if you'd care to look up more, you will see where it completes words and things like that and solves puzzles for you as well. There's others from Parker's Tonic. It's another trade card brand that you'll hold up and the girl will look like she's sleeping in one version of it. When you hold it up to the light, it'll look like she's awake. There's things like that as well too. They all go for decent money. Some of the trade cards do not go for as much as the bright, beautiful Christmas cards. These aren't as colorful. They don't go for as much as the postcards either. The postcards, larger objects, usually are what you want, but all of them will sell. Again, if you don't know what's going on with the card, you can't sell it for top dollar and you're missing out on a bunch of money. So you got to be careful. You got to look at what you have, even more detailed than many people do. This is an area, as I said, though, that a vast majority of people who are just starting off don't know about this, miss all of the time. But that's what I have for you today. Well, there we have it. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
You gotta hear 'em, you gotta see 'em, you gotta taste 'em to believe 'em. New Keebler Crunch Twist.
The Keebler elves twist two crunchy snack sticks together to make Crunch Twists unbelievably crunchy, unbelievably tasty in nacho cheese, toasted corn, and cheddar.
Crunch Twist, the new sound, the new shape, the new taste in stacking.
From Keebler.